Alright, I am doing a tutorial on the AR 2.0 drone. This is the Snow Elite Edition. The drone runs off a sight to the ground. It locks on, so it hovers, and it takes off with one push of the button and hovers it to about a 2-foot range. And when I got it for Christmas, my wife spent about $500 on it. She got it offline, and I was really excited to get it out of the box. First drone I've ever flown. It connects to the phone. It doesn't come with a remote control or anything. Remote controls are optional. They make a remote control called the Shield. You can look it up on YouTube. It has a screen on it. It has a regular remote control, so that you can guide the quadcopter, not by phone, not trying to tilt your phone, or not trying to change the joystick settings on the phone or anything like that. Overall flight on this quadcopter. The overall flight on the quadcopter is awesome. I mean, it handles great. I mean, it has speed, it has agility, and everything like that. It's just getting to the point of control with the quadcopter. Using the remote control, on the other hand, which they also make a 60-beat remote control. They're kind of pricey, but the Shield offers a remote control for $300. The as far as what I've been going through with the quad, when I first got the quad, it had to take off and left, and it just left. It runs off a Wi-Fi signal. It actually connects into here, where the Wi-Fi chip and the boards and everything sit. I actually have the other board here. There's two boards. They snap together. They slide into place like this. But to get to the central cross, this is all one piece. And now this is taking mine. This is what's happened to me. I've landed the quad, and when the quad landed, the central piece, this is all one piece. You cannot slide these out. They're all glued in. Everything's glued in here, each piece of this. So to be able to order, I had to order a new central quad online, which I ordered a pretty good one. And I've got some more stuff going on. I'm trying to put an aluminum brace here like I saw online, and they just brace these lines in. You go to somewhere to an aluminum manufacturing place in wherever you live, and if there's guys that weld aluminum there or make things, that you can get them to make you a cross for these to sit in, and go from there. I ordered these 2 batteries offline. I got them for about $34. I just typed in eBay AR drone LiPo batteries, and I got this quick charge and the 2 batteries, about $34. It took, instead of me flying for 7 minutes with what they sent me with the drone, which is a small battery, it took me 7 minutes right here. I went to 30 minutes a piece per battery right here. Long as I was flying, in a decent rate, and not just doing flip after flip after flip after flip, and I was out there, just enjoying a flight, I can get an hour easy out of these. These props, they say these props don't hurt your fingers, but I'm here to show it. If you get your hand caught in these props, these motors spin fast enough, and they're flimsy. And see what they do, I watched a tutorial on a guy. He put a pin, one of the pins from the rotors, he stuck it like into a cardboard box. He slid the propeller on it, and he spun it. And watch his tutorials. I don't know exactly his name. I didn't get it last night, but in a few of my next tutorials I will. I'll be giving him a shout out, because he showed me some real cool stuff. He slid it on there, and he just spun it with his finger. And at the heavier end, he would take a piece of black tape and cut it evenly, and put it on the blade so that it wasn't hanging off and over the edges of the blade. It was a real good thing. In this bag, I have all the motors and gears that come out of the central cross, so that you're able to make your swap out when your central cross comes over. What I did is I marked the engines, just a little orange mark on the bottom, 3 and 4, and know that they go to the back, so that when I put them back off into the pad here, I know that this is the front, because this is where the camera is. This is what broke on me when it took off last time. It just completely broke off. And I mean, there ain't much to the camera sight here. I mean, it just one little thin, it just runs off into here, and you snap that back in, and you got a couple screws here. These 4 screws are the screws that take that out so that you can swap that central cross out, but you got to take it out. And then the stickers, see, I had to buy the central cross because the stickers, the new stickers, come on the edges of the new central cross. They're just like that. They're on there, but they're new because I couldn't get them to stick back on there. Those stickers are real important, and I'll show you why they're really important to have when you're working on your quad that you spend a pretty good money for. Do you see? Hard to see. See that out slot? See what that sleeve right there does on the back? See it sticking out? It sits off into this hole. So if you take your quad apart and you put it back together, and you put them stickers back on there or whatever to hold from it sliding out, see, it sticks down off into that hole, and it grabs this and keeps it steady from vibrating this whole piece of it. The quad will be doing this number right here if you ain't got those pieces that sit in that slot and brace this line. If you ain't got those, and the new ones, I couldn't find nowhere to order them, so I had to order the actual whole central cross instead of just they offer a biscuit to fix the central cross. It's two carbon fiber biscuits, and what the biscuits do is they go on the top and the bottom, and they offer 2 zip ties, and you pull them real tight and across, and it pulls it all tight. When I ordered my central cross, I went ahead and ordered the carbon fiber biscuits so that I could be sure and reinforce my new central cross that I had coming, as well with the aluminum pieces that I had going on. I'm going to put it all together. It's still going to be at weight. The aluminum actually weighs a little less than this. On to the next. When you go to use your holes, when you put your new LiPo batteries and all that stuff, and you get all them plugs, and you try to run all them LED lights and stuff that you see online for the accessories, you really ain't got a lot of room in here. And you can take a little bit of this out with a razor knife and trim it just a little bit. You can trim it back in here just a little bit, but you don't want to mess with this. This is where your magnet comes to, that it magnetizes down to the top. It magnetizes, slides over and magnetizes. I will say that this does protect the front of this camera, but as you can see, it magnetizes. It has a snap. I put these on here so I can see the rear of the quad, because when flying these quads, if you haven't flown very much and you're looking at this tutorial and you just got this AR drone in the mail and you're like, oh, how cool, how awesome, and you whip your phone out and you're reading the instructions on how to get everything going, and then things don't go right, it makes a crash. Well, as you can see, it's durable, but this central cross right here, man, if it lands in the wrong direction, you're going to be going through about what I'm going through right now. So, when you look into here and you see everything that's happening right here, you see where your battery sits, and you see all that, I also wanted to show you the LiPo battery that they send is quite a bit fatter. And so, you don't have to order such a big one, such a 2500. You can order down just a little bit and still be upgrading. This battery hardly sits into this slot. But see, you got plugs here. You got your GPS plug and your memory plug, and it's got to go somewhere too. And with this tall battery like this don't want to wrap all the way across the top, so it leaves this kind of open, and it won't let your hole snap down into place. So you shave your hole back a little bit, and you have a little extra room here. You cut that block out. You can have your plugs up here in the front just a little bit more. I mean, it's not going to get any taller on you whatsoever. But this is what I did with mine. I ran this right here, right down the side, instead of having it running through here. And it's got a Velcro on either end. It's got a Velcro on the outside or the inside. So if it didn't hold in, which is holding pretty good right there. I mean, it got a good grab right there. Okay, so these, you just take them around. I pulled them to the other side. You can pull them through here if you'd like to, and go ahead and make your connection right there, instead of having the GPS one go through there. And then I took this plug right here, and I shoved it down off in the hole, just like that. And then when I had it all together, you know, I realized then you can do some more of that. I mean, that's gonna be fine, but you gotta know when you go to running all them LED lights, you already packed in there pretty tight. I mean, you're packed in there. I mean, there's not much room left inside of there to pack all that in. When disassembling my thing, I tore a little here, but they sent a kit for that, and I ordered the kit as well. Order the toolkit for the while you're there online and you're seeing everything. Go ahead and order it. Make sure you use this when you're learning how to fly this thing, or you'll continue to be ordering props and pins and things that bend. You get one of these props bending, one of these shafts right here that bend, and that makes that propeller move at an up and down motion. And that little gear right there that sits on the shaft that connects up to that, they'll wobble, and in turn your propeller will wobble, and in turn you're gonna shake. So I was telling you about how to balance the propellers and stuff. I went ahead on this run when I just made my ordered a new GPS. I ordered, which is a card that you can plug right in there to the top, and that thing, and I mean, it is a huge upgrade. They run about $100, and they are worth it. They are worth it. Just order it. I mean, if you're going to be having this, and you're going to want to fly away, and you're going to want it to come home, and you're going to want to hit a button for it to come back and land to you, order it. I'm going to be doing some more subscriptions. Y'all subscribe to my YouTube. It is Mike Heffernan. Heffrenan. I have a few things on there, a few drone rides, things like that, a few DJI Phantoms. Just I appreciate it. Y'all tell more people about me. I'm really trying to get some people out there to get to subscribing to me. I'd like to have some of these quadcopter companies send me some quads that I can try out, you know, and send back to them as a review. This is my official review on the AR drone. Once I get it back together with the carbon fiber pieces that protect these gears, and I also bought some landing feet so the drone would sit, and instead of taking the impact and braking right here, I bought some landing gears that go on right there. They're going to be about that much taller. It's going to sit about that much far off the ground. It absorbs the impact. I ordered that. Ordered the carbon fiber gear protectors, carbon fiber propellers, extra pins, upgraded gears, carbon fiber top, carbon fiber shield for the bottom here, which I don't have on hand. It's just a white shield. It has a few open holes in it to show your sight and your camera right there, and your green light that flashes on the board. I wish you guys the best of luck with flight. It does have a joystick, and in the settings on this thing, you can go into the settings, which are here. You click on that, it'll be able to adjust the height and how high it goes and how fast it spins and how far it tilts. And you can control your HD camera. You can control your bottom to drop your front to bottom camera. It'll drop down and show you a camera view from the bottom, which is that camera resides right there. And there's the front camera. A lot of people are angling these front cameras down somehow. You'll have to look online and find you a kit for that. But as far as flying in rain, as far as flying outside in the elements, in the middle of a wind and things like that, the AR drone can handle it. And I'm sure with some carbon fiber propellers and a battery upgrade and a few good smart things right here, and if you get a nice remote, it'll come out just right for you. Thanks a lot. You guys don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube, Mike Heffernan. Heff as in Frank, Ernan. Thank you so much.